I'm a cool girl. I'm a cool girl. Ice cold, I roll my eyes at you, boy.
Hey guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christine and for today's video, susubukan natin yung latest product ng CLUTZ brushes which are the BLENDEE sponges. So if you're interested to know more about this product, then just keep on watching. So these BLENDEE sponges are available on the official store of CLUTZ brushes both on Lazada and Shopee. Ilalagay ko na lang yung link sa description box. Pero yung akin guys, binili ko siya from an authorized reseller of CLUTZ brushes since yung ibang mga sponges is sold out na sa official store nila. And binili ko to from the Makeup Hub PH on Shopee. Again, I will have their link down below in the description box as well. Parehas din sila ng prices guys, kahit bumili kayo sa official store ng CLUTZ brushes or sa the Makeup Hub PH. Exact same product and prices lang sila. So, hindi nyo kailangan mag-worry about sa price difference. So, kung bibili kayo sa The Makeup Hub PH, nakalagay siya sa corrugated box. And then, once you open, bibigyan kayo ng loyalty raffles. And then, they also gave us some freebies, 4 na hair ties. So, after that guys, makikita nyo na lahat ng mga products na bibilhin nyo from The Makeup Hub PH. So, as you guys can see, I went ahead and bought 3 sponges with rock. And then, meron din akong isa na yung tinatawag na refill. So, nakalagay naman siya dito sa Ziploc bag. So, overall guys, si BLENDEE sponges, meron siyang total of 5 different shapes ng sponges. And then, meron naman silang 3 different kinds. So, kapag marireceive niyo yung item nyo, meron siyang kasamang plastic. So, once you open guys, ganito na yung itsura ng mismong product if you're going to avail yung sponge na may kasamang drying rack or container. Sa harap ng container, makikita ninyo yung product name as well as the brand name. And then, sa likod, nilagay nila dito yung pangalan ng mismong sponge na nabili nyo. And then, they also included here instructions on how you can use this sponge and how you can clean it. So, that's really nice and informative, especially for beginners. And then, once you open, guys, meron siyang kasamang acrylic dome cover. And then, of course, yung sponge na napili ninyo. And then, pwede nyong tanggalin yung drying rack niya. So, dito sa drying rack, pwede nyong ilagay yung sponge nyo kapag pinapatuyo nyo siya after nyo siyang hugasan or gamitin. And then, after nyo siyang mapatuyo or kapag gusto nyo na siyang i-cover, ibabalik nyo lang siya sa mismong body ng container. Just like that. And then, pwede nyo lang siyang ulit i-cover. So, this container serves as a drying rack for your BLENDEE sponges and it also serves as a storage para hindi mabilis maalikabukan yung sponges nyo and hindi siya exposed sa mga dumi or anything like that. Especially kasi ginagamit mo to sa face mo. And this container can also be used for traveling para hindi ma-deform yung sponges nyo. Especially if nilalagay nyo lang siya sa pouch or sa makeup kit nyo kasama ng ibang mga makeup products nyo. So, this one is actually really nice and very useful siya. So, first sponge na pag-uusapan natin guys is si Softy sponge. They actually have 2 choices for the Softy sponge. Meron sila yung egg shape and meron din sila yung angled shape. And since for me, mas preferred ko yung merong flat edge na sponge, pinili ko si Softy angled sponge. As you guys can see, meron siyang magandang yellow color. Gusto ko yung kulay niya. And sabi ni Miss CLUTZ, kaya daw isa sa colors na pinili niya is yellow para mas madali siyang makita kung may mancha pa ba siya or nalinis po ba yung sponge mo ng maigi. So, gusto ko talaga yung kulay nito. Sobrang eye-catchy niya. Meron siyang flat edge on one side. Meron siyang pointed tip. And then, sa ilalim, meron siyang round shape na sponge. So, for me guys, si Softy sponge is parang siya na yung pinaka-common or typical beauty sponge na nakikita natin in the market. So far, wala naman ako nakikitang too extraordinary about this sponge. Pero so far, I feel like it's going to be a very soft sponge. And maganda siya kasi hindi siya mahirap i-squeeze out. And this kind of sponge is perfect for any consistency of product. Sabi ni Miss CLUTZ, ito daw yung recommended niyang sponge, especially for beginners. So, if you're going to purchase si Softy na may kasamang rack or container, it's around 199 pesos. And yung wala naman, guys, is 149 pesos. So, next sponge naman natin, guys, is si Extra Softy. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero among all the sponges from this BLENDEE makeup sponges line from CLUTZ, ito lang yung walang choices when it comes sa shape. So, if you get Extra Softy, ano siya, automatic angled siya. Yung other two kinds of sponges kasi from the BLENDEE line ng CLUTZ, meron silang tig-dalawang shape. So, meron kayong choices. Pero, when it comes kay Extra Softy, isang shape lang talaga siya. So, sinabi ko kanina na si Softy, yung yellow, is parang siya na yung typical or yung usual sponge na nakikita natin in the market. Well, etong si Extra Softy naman is the opposite of that. This is actually my first time trying out a very, very soft and bouncy sponge kahit tuyo pa siya. And napapansin ko yung texture nitong si Extra Softy is much porous than other usual sponges in the market. Ang ganda-ganda ng color niya. It has a beautiful old rose color and ang lakas makasosyal ng color na to. And I forgot to mention, guys, na lahat ng sponges na marireceive nyo is may tatak siyang CLUTZ sa mismong sponge. And I really like that kasi it adds more detail sa mismong sponge. Si Extra Softy is best used for thicker consistency na product. Out of all of them, this is the sponge that gives the most natural finish. So, si Extra Softy, guys, is 159 pesos kung wala siyang rack. Pero kung bibilhin mo siya with the container or yung drying rack, it is 209 pesos. So, next sponge we have here is si Velvety sponge. So, again, kay Velvety sponge, meron silang two choices. Meron sila yung egg shape and yung angled shape. So, I went ahead and actually purchased both the egg shape and the angled shape. Kasi gusto ko din itry yung egg shape nila. So, first is si egg shape. So, ganito yung itsura ni Velvety egg. This is a microfiber sponge. So, papakita ko naman sa inyo yung Velvety angled na sponge. So, again, binili ko yung walang container or drying rack for the Velvety angled sponge. So, ito si Velvety angled and then this one is the Velvety egg. Talagang nakadepend lang yung shape ng sponge na bibilhin nyo according sa preference nyo. This sponges gives you a beautiful airbrush full coverage finish and it is recommended to use these kinds of sponges kapag gusto nyong ma-maximize yung coverage ng foundation nyo. And ang maganda dito sa mga velvet sponges is it absorbs less product. Since meron nga siyang parang mga buhok-buhok, hindi nagpe-penetrate yung product agad-agad sa mismong sponge. So, si Velvety sponge, guys, pag wala siyang kasamang drying rack or container, it is 189 pesos. Pero pag may kasama siyang container, it is 229 pesos. So, now that we're done talking about the general information about these sponges, let's move on sa demo. So, babasain ko lang tong mga sponge na to and susubukan na natin siya. So, as you guys can see, nawet ko na yung mga sponge and sobrang lalaki nila. Compare naman natin sa dry na sponge. As you guys can see, ang laki talaga nung in-expand nung sponge. See? Especially itong si Extra Softy. Sobrang laki ng in-expand niya. Hindi ko sure kung paano natin itatry itong sponge na to. Pero ang nasa isip ko, si Extra Softy is gagamitin natin sa left side ng cheek area ko. Si Softy naman is gagamitin sa forehead. And then si Velvety sponge naman is gagamitin ko on the right side of my cheeks. So, for my foundation, guys, gagamitin ko si Focallure Cover Max Foundation in the shade 04 Shell. Then, itatry na natin si Extra Softy Sponge. Wow! Ang bilis niya mag-blend. Sobrang lambot ng sponge na to. Ang sarap niyang ipang-apply ng product. Grabe, ang sarap niyang ipang-blend. Sobrang lambot. Kahit buong araw ako maganto, okay lang. So, na-blend out ko na yung foundation. And ang napansin ko sa kanya, aside sa sobrang lambot niya and ang ganda niyang ipang-apply, sobrang bilis niyang blend out yung foundation. And kung isipin mo, thick pa yung consistency ng foundation na yun. So, medyo mahihirapan kang i-blend out siya. Pero with this sponge, ang bilis ko lang blend out and sobrang dali niyang nag-spread sa cheek area ko. Pero one thing na napansin ko is medyo na-sheer out niya yung coverage ng foundation. Kasi usually pag ginagamit ko to si Cover Max Foundation, isang layer lang talagang nako-cover niya na lahat ng dark spots ko. Pero ngayon, na ginamit ko si Extra Softy, medyo nagpipick through yung mga discoloration and dark spots ko sa face. Try naman natin si Softy Sponge and gagamitin ko lang yung same foundation na ginamit ko kanina and we are going to use this sponge for the forehead area. So, ngayon natapos na akong i-blend out yung foundation sa forehead area ko. Pansin ko sa kanya, mas fuller coverage yung area na to compared to this side. Na-blend out din niya ng maayos yung foundation ko. Pero one thing na napansin ko, ayan, may mga area na buo-buo yung foundation na nasipsip niya. Ito naman si Softy guys, malambot din siya, pero iba talaga yung lambot ni Extra Softy. So, now, try naman natin si Velvety Sponge. So, pagdating kay Velvety Sponge, since recommended na gamitin siya for thinner consistency ng foundation, try natin si Pink Flush Lasting Matte Foundation in the shade 03. For me, this one, si Pink Flush Foundation has a light to medium coverage. Si Cover Max Foundation is talagang full coverage siya. So, tingnan natin kung mahahabol ng Pink Flush Foundation yung coverage ng other area ng face natin using the Velvety Sponge. So, as you guys can see, medyo runny yung consistency ni Pink Flush Foundation. Kuha na natin si Velvety Sponge. Ngayon na lang ulit ako nakapag-try ng microfiber velvet sponge. So, naninibago ako sa application niya. Oh, wow! Ang dali lang din i-blend out ng foundation dito kay Velvety Sponge. Pero grabe yung coverage ng foundation. As you guys can see, hindi na gano'ng halata yung mga dark spots ko on this area. Usually, pag ginagamit ko itong si Pink Flush Foundation is kailangan kong mag-i-apply ng second layer para magkaroon ng mas okay na coverage, especially sa mga dark spots and discolorations ko. Pero with this sponge, si Velvety Sponge, na-maximize nga talaga niya yung coverage ng foundation. Hindi ko na kailangan magdagdag ng another layer nito kasi na-cover up niya na yung mga dark spots ko. Ewan ko kung napapansin nyo sa camera, pero mas mukha ng full coverage tong side na to kaysa sa side na to. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, yung sponge, may mga parts din siya na may buo-buong product tulad ni Softy Sponge. Ito lang talagang si Extra Softy Sponge yung wala siyang buo-buong product sa mismong surface niya. So as you guys can see, kakatapos ko lang gawin yung makeup ko, and for my final verdict, iisa-isahin ko tong mga makeup sponges na trinay natin from CLUTZ brushes. So I'm going to start off with the Softy sponge. I know earlier nung inintroduce ko yung mga sponge na to from CLUTZ brushes, sinabi ko na si Softy sponge yung kumbaga parang siya na yung standard sponge sa market. Ito na yung pinaka-ordinary na sponge from this collection, and especially if titignan mo yung sponge, mapapansin mo na yung texture niya, yung shape niya is ito na yung usual na nakikita natin from other brands. Pero, once na matry mo na tong sponge na to, mapapansin mo talaga na iba yung quality niya compared to other cheaper makeup sponges in the market. First of all, sobrang lambot niya. It easily blends out any product you use on your face, and hindi siya nagli-leave ng any patchy areas on your skin. So, for me guys, I love this sponge, and feel ko madalas ko tong gagamitin for my makeup looks. And tama din yung sinabi ni Miss CLUTZ na itong sponge na to, si Softy sponge, is perfect for those of you guys out there na nagsisimula pa lang sa makeup. Perfect siya for any product, any consistency, whether it is liquid or cream. Talagang magagamit mo to, and pwede mo din siyang gamitin, of course, to add translucent powder on your skin, to bake your skin. So, for me, sulit na tong sponge na to, especially for beginners. Next guys is si Extra Softy sponge, and for me personally, among all the rest of the sponges na release from the BLENDEE collection of CLUTZ brushes, ito yung pinaka-unique and pinaka-different from all of them. This one is actually the sponge that I was really excited to try, kasi I have never tried any sponge in my entire life na ganito kalambot, and this one is more porous than other makeup sponges in the market. I am super impressed with this sponge, as in sobrang bilis niya mag-blend out kahit thick yung consistency ng foundation. Ang ganda ng pagkaka-blend out niya. Sobrang bilis and napaka-komportable niyang gamitin. Pero one thing na hindi ko alam kung magugustuhan nyo or ayaw nyo is it shears out the coverage of your foundation. So, sinabi naman ni Miss CLUTZ sa reveal video niya na among the rest of the sponges, etong si Extra Softy sponge yung pinaka-natural yung finish na binibigay sa foundation mo. So, if you're someone na mahilig sa mga natural looking na finish, especially sa mga base makeup nyo, this is perfect for you. But if you're someone na mas gusto yung mga full coverage na foundation, I don't think na magugustuhan nyo to, because like I said, shears out your foundation coverage. Siguro marirecommend ko din tong si Extra Softy sponge for those of you guys out there na mahilig mag-apply ng liquid contour, ng liquid blush, liquid highlighter, kasi nga it gives a really nice natural looking blended look. So if you're going to use this for those kinds of things, I think it will give you a more seamless application. So ako personally, I still love this sponge. I highly recommend this, and sobrang lambot niya talaga and napaka-komportable yung gamitin. I love this sponge, and I will use this especially for days na gusto ko lang natural looking yung makeup look ko. So, I love this. So, for the last sponge guys is si Velvety sponge. And kung yung dalawang sponge na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina gives you a natural finish, it shears out your foundation, ito talagang full coverage yung foundation nyo sa sponge na to, as in ima-maximize niya to the full coverage finish yung foundation na gagamitin nyo. So like I said kanina, ginamit ko si Pink Flash Long Lasting Matte Foundation, and for me, that foundation is light to medium coverage. So, every time na ginagamit ko yung foundation na yon, I always add a second layer. So, kapag meron akong mga dark spots na gusto kong matakpan with that foundation, I need to layer it up. Pero with this sponge, talagang na-cover up niya agad yung mga dark spots and discoloration ko sa face, even with just one layers. So, this is actually not my first time trying out a microfiber velvet sponge. Nakatry na ako from other different brands before, pero ang pansin ko dun sa ibang mga brand na natry ko is, oo, nakakatulong siya to maximize the coverage of your foundation. Pero yung mga brand na yon is natatagalan ako mag-blend out. Ewan ko kung bakit, pero with this sponge, pansin ko, it gives you a full coverage finish, pero ang bilis niya din mag-blend out. So, yun yung major difference na nakikita ko from other microfiber velvet sponge that I've tried before. So, I was really impressed with this sponge. So, when it comes naman dun sa kasama yung container, guys, like I said earlier, this is one of the most innovative, functional, and unique container na nakita ko. Gustong-gusto ko talaga tong container na to. It's very useful. I think mag-a-add lang kayo ng 40 pesos or 50 pesos and meron na kayong magandang makeup sponge storage. So, I highly suggest, siguro bumili kayo ng dalawang sponge na merong storage and then afterwards, bili na lang kayo nung refill ng sponge. So, overall guys, I am really impressed with the BLENDEE sponges by CLUTZ brushes. And sobrang mura na niya for its quality. And I know some of you sasabihin na maraming mas murang sponges in the market. Pero guys, iba yung quality nito. And sobrang mura yan na kasi maglalast naman siya ng 3 months. And it creates such a huge difference sa application nyo ng makeup if maganda din yung applicator nyo. So, I highly suggest you go ahead and check this out. Again, yung link for this product will be down below in the description box. So, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope this video is helpful, especially for those of you guys that has been eyeing the BLENDEE sponges by CLUTZ brushes. If you have any requests for future videos, please let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And share this video to your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye!